What's up guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to talk you through my most anticipated TV shows of 2020. Now it should be noted, as of recording, one of these shows comes out in just 2 weeks. So chances are when you see this video, that show's already out and we'll have to wait and see then whether or not the anticipation was worth it. But we'll get straight into it. What are my most anticipated TV shows of 2020? First up, Star Trek Picard. So Star Trek Picard is essentially a sequel, continuation of sorts of Star Trek The Next Generation, bringing back Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard. In my opinion, one of the greatest Star Trek characters ever made. He's definitely up there in the top 3 at least. So Patrick Stewart's back, brilliant. One of the best actors alive on the planet in my opinion, one of the most underrated as well. The show looks great. Bringing them out of retirement, giving them a new focus, dwelling on things of the past with what happened to Data and so on. It looks like Data is in the show. It looks like it's all going to be some sort of vision or dream sequence, which is a little disappointing. But hey, it kind of makes more sense than the other possibility. But they also bring back like Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis as Riker and Troy. That's cool. They're probably not going to be having huge roles. Jerry Ryan from Star Trek Voyager is going to be in there as well. Looks like it's going to link into events with the Borg because that's a huge moment of Picard's past. The show just looks damn good. It looks action-packed, it looks fun. Hopefully it's going to trigger the heartstrings and the emotions in all the right ways. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I really can't wait for this. I'm a big Star Trek Next Generation fan. I love Patrick Stewart and Jean-Luc Picard, so I'm all for this. It is coming out in 2 weeks. Chances are when you're watching this video, it's already out. So we'll see whether or not it was worth the anticipation. Next up, Homeland Season 8. Homeland, this is the final season of Homeland, apparently. There are rumours that maybe they're going to continue it in some form, just with different characters and different stories. Fine, I'm not bothered about that. This is the final one with Carrie Mathison, played by Claire Danes in the lead role. I think the wait for this, it's been almost 2 years waiting for this. I think maybe it was delayed for various reasons, but hopefully it gives the show the wrap-up it deserves. I think the show has been good all the way through its run. It has had its ups and downs here and there, but I don't think it's ever been bad. So we don't know too much about this season. We know there's a new president there. We know that it's going to tie into events of Season 4, which were not entirely wrapped up. Season 4, my favourite season of Homeland, so that's got me really amped up and hyped for this, that it could be given some closure to that season. But yeah, you've got the main characters, Carrie and Saul, coming back, bring an end to their story, make it a big, thrilling adventure. I don't know much else about this show, to be honest. I just love Homeland. I'm glad it's back. I do think that the time in which it's been off the air is going to impact how successful this show is. This season is, sorry. I think a lot of people are just going to miss this entirely, not even realizing that the show was still on. So yeah, I think that's going to be a mistake, that it's been like 2 years since the last season. But I'm looking forward to it. Better Call Saul. This is another one in a similar situation to Homeland that has been delayed. And this one was delayed because of the film El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. But Better Call Saul, don't know too much about this season. Again, I haven't seen any trailers or footage or anything about it. This season it looks like he's finally going to be Saul Goodman, because that's kind of what happened at the end of the last season. So I can't imagine this show has too much life left in it. Probably this season and another one maybe, I don't know. But there's still gaps between this and Breaking Bad that they could fill in. There's still characters like Kim who are mysteriously not going to be in Breaking Bad, obviously, because that's already happened. So what happens to her character? What happens to some of the other characters? I think now's the time that we need to start wrapping up some of these events and characters and tying things together a bit more. So this season could be really fun, especially if it is leading towards the end, if not the end. But again, it has been a while. This is a brilliant show across the board. So yeah, I can't wait for this. And this I think comes out next month as of recording. Again, it's very possible that it's already out by the time you watch this video, so I apologise about that. Final show I'm going to talk about is another one that comes out next month, in fact, Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7. So Star Wars The Clone Wars, a brilliant animated show, and it should not have been cancelled when it was cancelled. I understand why it was cancelled with the whole Disney takeover of Lucasfilm and Star Wars, but this was a great show with a lot of life left in it. Now this is coming back for, I believe, 13 episodes, and it's going to be the final season. They're going to finally wrap up certain story threads and tie things together a bit more. The problem with that is they kind of made Star Wars Rebels a sequel series to the Clone Wars. Yeah, there's a big time gap, but it means bringing back characters like Ahsoka, there's only so much you can actually do with them. But Ahsoka is coming back. There are still stories to tell. I hope we get a lot of closure for a lot of the characters in this show, because they deserve it. But yeah, haven't seen too much about this show, haven't seen any trailers. That goes for a lot of these shows, and usually there are shows that are coming out in like a month that I've seen next to nothing about. The only exception being Star Trek Picard. I've seen like 3 trailers for that. But yeah, don't know too much about this season. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. It has been a while since the Clone Wars was on. I love that show, so I've got full faith that Dave Filoni is going to end things on a high note. And those are my most anticipated shows of 2020. I'm sure there will be more out there later in the year, but so many of them just are unknown entities at this point. We don't know when some of them come out. So yeah, another one I'm just going to throw out there off the top of my head, Ozark Season 3. I love Season 2, I thought Season 1 was good as well. Haven't seen the trailer for Ozark Season 3 yet. It has, I believe, just released this week. We know it's coming out, I think, February or March or something like that. I think it's March, the end of March. But yeah, this is a great show. It was nominated for an Emmy last season. Jason Bateman is the producer and director and star of the show. Hopefully it continues to be as good as it is. It is a tough watch. It is very, what's the word, heavy, let's say. And it's one of these shows that plays with your emotions. There's a lot of tension in there. A lot of bad things happen to the characters. So yeah, hopefully it continues that. But yeah, these are the shows I'm hyped for this year. Let me know in the comments and feedback down below what you're hyped for, what you're anticipated for, what your most anticipated shows of 2020 are. Also go over to Twitter and Instagram, follow me at @the_Grant Burton if you want. And most importantly, subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers I get, the more content like this I can make. Until next time though, thanks for watching.